Good day, everyone, and welcome to Ferg TV. I'm Ray, and today's little project, we ran into a little glitch not too long ago. I don't know if you saw the video where we washed Rhodys, but we washed it, pressure washed everything, and then we went down the road, and we were only down the road maybe, I don't know, a mile and a half, 2 miles, and a message came up on the dashboard that said, check the rear parking lights, they're out. That's not exactly what it said, but it meant that. So I got out and I checked, and let me back up a second. I checked all the lights before we pulled out of the yard because Sue drove, and I said, let's do a light check. So everything was working. So these parking lights here, the chicken lights on the body, were out, and the parking lights on the tail lights were out. We had stop and blinkers. They were working. And the chicken lights that come on up here, well, they're on a separate switch anyway. Those were on. Parking lights were on in the front. So I called and talked to Jack Mayer over at RVH Lifestyles. He and Mark are just absolutely great. Jack said, well, maybe it's highly unlikely that the water did it, but give it a few days and see what happens. Well, I had to give it about a week because we had really a rainy event there that just seemed to last. And I did try it one time and they were still out. But then a few nice days and boom, it was on again. So I didn't call Mark for that. We sold my Rhodys hitch. I left it over in Kansas and we sold it, and I wanted to let Mark know somebody was coming to pick it up. And I mentioned about the lights, and he goes, oh, well, what happened? Let me, tell me what's going on. And so I told him, and he said, well, I'm in the shop right now. I'll check with a few of the guys. And so Derek and Donnie were in there, and they were both on the phone call. And it was Derek who said, go up inside here. He said, you should have enough room. I get up in there, and he's certainly bigger than I am. And there's a 3-wire connector and a 4-wire connector. And he told me what color the codes or the wires were, and which one I'm looking for, which is a brown wire. And he said, check the connection on that. So that's what we're gonna do today. But the first thing we're gonna do before I start it is I haven't checked the oil in it the last couple of times I pulled out. We just went down the road and around the block. I've just been exercising the gaskets, you'd say. So I'm going to get in here and open up that hood. Those of you that have a Volvo already know that it's right here. Crack that guy. And then we got to lift this and open it up. And actually grabbing the fender from the side like that, that's what Volvo recommends as the way to open it up. Who knew? I didn't. So we will check our oil. That's a good time to check it too, because she's been just sitting here. And as you can see, we're good. I just wanted to check it. I don't have any drips on the ground or anything, so I certainly didn't think I was going to get any surprises. All right, that's back in. We'll shut this down and we'll fire it up. So the key to shutting the hood is to, push it up slowly, but when it's ready to go and slam down, let her go so that she locks in. Contact. All right, so she's low on air pressure, which we knew that. That's why we're doing it, get that back end up. And we need to go and unplug our cable here, our electric that I leave in. Air brake pressure is low, which is all normal. Good. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my tire pressure monitor. Let's see. and we'll check those and see what we got. All right. So this is the shore power. Take that out. I'm gonna leave the cable right there because I don't know that I'm even leaving the yard. You may have noticed this up on my hat. That's a Christmas present. It's a light. Let me see. We'll go over here and out of the sun here. This thing is bright. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up under there with it on. Let's see. There's the light. It blinks. It's got red or orange or something. And it's got one on the side. Pretty good. So I'm going to use that under there. This thing will come up when it builds up air pressure. This will come up. Yeah, I can hear the air going into the bags now. Yeah, you can see it rising. See it going up? Beautiful. So that's going to give me more room under here. Oh yeah, she's going right up. Nice. Now the truck will move when you put air to it or let the air out. You gotta keep that in mind. She'll go forward or backwards a little bit, like almost 4 inches. All right, so we must be up to our air pressure here. Yeah, just about. We'll let it go another minute. It's not gonna hurt it. You get to see what our tire pressures are. So right now it's actually doing the trailer right next to us. It takes a while to pick them all up, but when it comes back here, this will be doing the front truck. So it's 86 on the driver's side, PSI, 87 on the other side, and I had them set about 90, so see, it didn't pick up that real one yet. It will. And it picked up the other one, it's at 84. So they're down a little bit, but without any weight on it, it certainly wouldn't be a problem going down the road. I'm gonna let this stay on for a few minutes here and let it do its thing. Although I don't really wanna get under the truck with it running. So I'm gonna shut you off for a few minutes, let this thing run, and then I'll come back and grab you. Hey, this might be a good time to go give it the old up yours. You're getting anything out of any of these videos, even if it's a chuckle, you might consider subscribing at some time. You never know. It might work out for both of us. All right, how are we doing on air pressure here? 86 over here, 87 over there. It's picking this one up now, 86. And the other side is 84. So they're all pretty consistent. That one's down a little bit. I actually have 2 more sensors I need to put on for the 2 inside tires. I got to check them with a gauge. I don't know that I'm going anywhere right now. So anyway, I put on all my lights. Let's go out and take a look. Chicken lights are on. Parking lights are on up here. Fog lights or driving lights are on. Chicken lights are on. They're all on the back. These were never affected, the safety lights. These are all on. So at the moment, those I guess only come on when you put the brakes on. So all of our lights are working. And inside there, and inside there. So they're all on. Okay. So I'm gonna go and shut this off because I don't want to go under it while it's running. And then we're gonna make our way underneath. Oh boy. Boy, I'll tell you, this is gonna be a challenge. So I think I'm gonna put this camera down and slide under there. And they're stiff, wow. If Donnie says he can do it. If Donnie can do it, I should be able to do it. Maybe he slides underneath them. Boy, that's going to be a challenge. So maybe he slides up underneath here. Let's try it. cameras inside. I've yet to see any connectors. Oh, wait a minute. Oh boy, those are tucked back there. If that's the connectors that he's talking about. There's a 3 and a 4, that's them. And that is definitely locked. Yep. And that's the 4-wire one. It's that brown wire. Right there, that's our guy. And that is definitely not a problem. Okay. Boy, I don't like that riding there. We're gonna have to put something on that. That's gonna chafe right through there. All right. You can see that those hoses are riding right on there. I think I'll get something and stick it on there. All right, I think I came up with just what the doctor ordered. We use this on our Fisher plows, on our hoses, to keep them from chafing. So, if I can get this around here now, without a great deal of fanfare. It's not the easiest place in the world to be working, I can tell you that. It's like just out of reach of your arm's length, for me anyway. Once I can get one around it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And now we're just going to spiral it around. Is the hope. And I don't see any reason why that won't work. And then we'll end up putting that right over that piece. Come on, baby. Work with me now. If you could sit up a little higher and put 2 hands on it, it would definitely be easier. But we're gonna get it. The next thing I want to get for this is a herd bumper in the front. Not a big moose bumper. I call them a people pusher. They're not too big, but enough if you hit a deer that you don't destroy everything. I worry about if you hit a deer, you lose the radiator and you have all kinds of front end damage. All right, wow, I think that's gonna do that. Well, I'm kind of glad I came under here now because I didn't really like that too much. So, I said to Donnie, or actually Derek, are they accessible from inside or the back over here? And he said, no, you gotta crawl up inside. They're actually inside the back, they're right there. There's the spiral that I just put on my airlines. And those are the 2. So, that's actually really accessible. I'll show you where we are. Right here. Get this access panel. The rear of the truck. So, I can really double check it now very easily. And it's the brown wire. That guy right there. That's my running lights. Looks to me like everything is connected well. So, I mean, I didn't pull them apart or anything. But now that you're under here, I'll show you this. See, that's what I didn't like about those lines. They were coming right up over and they were going to chafe on there. They're not going to know. So, I think for now, because the lights are working, we're going to stay the course. I'll meet you outside. Well, when I came out from underneath the truck, the lights were off, but that's because they had timed out. They were all still on after playing around with the wires down there. That is the area that I just crawled out of, that little storage area. So for now, I'm just going to leave everything the way it is. The lights are working, and they may never go out again, but if they do, then we'll have to dig deeper. At least I know where the connections are now, and we'll go from there. Hey, if you're getting anything out of these videos, you can do one of two things, or maybe both. Maybe you'll subscribe. I'll leave that up to you. I've had people come up to me that have subscribed, and they told me it was rewarding. Whether that's true or not, there's only one way to find out. And maybe you'll go give it the old up yours if you got any mustard left in you, even if you're even watching still at the end of the video. I don't know how many people actually make it to the end. Don't do it for me. Do it for YouTube. They love that sort of thing. I'll catch you on the next one.